Today, we're going to be bringing you 7 tips of how to improve your economy in Beyond All Reason. If you get value, make sure you press that subscribe button for me. Now let's get into the video. First tip we have is pretty basic. Make sure you get all the mexes possible in your area. Every second your team doesn't have a mex is a second you guys aren't increasing your metal income. So it's super important that you take it. If it's someone else's mex and they aren't touching it, then it's your mex now. Tip number 2, we've got energy income. Energy is a bit more divisive in the early game for a lot of other players. Some people believe that you need to make only enough energy to survive, and others believe that you should convert the extra energy into metals so that you have a slight advantage over your enemy. Either way, in my opinion, having a balance is good. Too little energy and you won't be able to transition to T2 very well, and too much energy and you're going to overflow and become wasteful. I like to use energy converters to balance out my income of metal and energy when I get the chance. Tip number 3 is build power. Build power is something other RTSs do not let you control in the same way that Beyond All Reason does. Each factory is able to be boosted with extra build power from any other construction unit except for the res bots. In other RTS games, it makes sense to build multiple factories to build units faster, but in Beyond All Reason, you build multiple units that have build power and they will increase this. Tip number 4 is to never waste your metal. It's far better to either build a storage, build new buildings, or increase the build power to build units faster rather than to waste your metal that you have. Metal is the most valuable resource in the game, so you must use it very efficiently every chance you get. Tip number 5 has to do with your T2 transition. It's important when you first transition to T2, immediately build advanced mexes if you have the chance. There's only one reason I could think of that it would be a bad idea to do this, and that's if you're under very heavy pressure from the enemy. In that case, you should build units, but normally you want to build mexes to be able to increase your metal output to match that T2 factory. Our 6th tip is to reclaim as much metal as possible. As we stated before, metal is the most important resource in this game, so reclaiming any metal that is left on the battlefield to bring it back into your storage will help you have a significant advantage over your enemy. It is important, however, to try to do this as safely as possible, because construction units do not cost nothing, and you would hate for them to die after getting attacked while reclaiming. Lastly, for our 7th tip, make sure you heal your frontline as much as possible. This may not sound like an economy tip, but it is. The front line costs metal to make, and all your units are very valuable. The more you repair them, the more metal you can retain to grow your economy in the future. Just want to say thank you guys for watching. I hope you appreciated this video. Share with some friends who are starting in Beyond All Reason, and I hope to see you guys on the battlefield.